Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Wednesday, July 22nd, 2015. Ra and Pan in the Lynn-Body-Mind. Black Wolf, Fritz, and Paul in the Jamie-Body-Mind. Other teammates in other dimensions.
We have had a considerable amount of confusion in our communications with the higher souls of the members of the team, who are working both in the higher sky chakras and above this morning. A lot of miscommunication and a lot of bad reactions to miscommunication. I think that's fair to say. Bad reactions?
Yes.
Yeah.
So our working theory is that for the videoed portion of our work today, we will be doing something with regard to improving communications interdimensionally.
That's true.
We could, of course, be wrong. The session might take a different turn.
That's
but
true.
that is our working theory. And as always, our foundational background intention is to do what is ours to do in all dimensions right now, to provide a collective restart right now, and in such a way to trigger the awakening and manifest the divine plan. And with that, it begins. Someone is here, and it is in response to a question that has been asked.
That's
and the
true.
question seems to be, what happened to Asha?
That's true.
And I do see her down there in the nature realm. She's
Yes.
waving at me. Hi. Hi. She's modeling something that higher dimension beings can do when they feel like they don't know what to do. They want to help.
Yes, that's
They
true.
can see that there is a huge problem, but they themselves feel overwhelmed and ineffective, and that they can melt themselves into their own lower souls,
That's true.
creating, in effect, a higher soul download out of themselves.
That's true.
She felt herself to be ineffective at this level.
That's true.
Apparently, and apparently some aspect of herself believes she stands a chance of being effective in her work in the nature realms.
That is true.
And so I support that. I do remind her that integrity matters more than we think it does.
That's
and
true.
that she signed on the line for this body-mind, just as I did. I
Right,
feel like
that's
Ra
true.
right now, and just as Paul signed on the line for the Jamie Body-Mind.
That's true.
We signed, and integrity matters more than we think it does. Now, there is sometimes a need to go off and be refreshed, and I am here, so there is, I guess, some argument in that. I don't think so, though. I think it lacks integrity.
Yes, that's true. I think it lacks integrity.
So I'm putting that out there. I think you're ignoring an inconvenient truth.
That's true.
The inconvenient truth is that you did, in fact, sign on the line for this house, the Lynn-Body-Mind, just
That's
as
true.
I did.
That's true.
It would be enabling to not point that out. Asha, what are you running away from? It's too hard. The
Right.
atmosphere is too intense. People are hateful.
Yeah.
Everyone is crazy, and they're all lying, and they don't want their lies pointed out, and
That's
they
true.
get really aggressive and
That's true.
violent.
And I just don't feel like I can do it.
But now, how
But
may I
now,
be of service right now to provide
Provide
a collective restart right now? What do I know? I know that when we ask for the higher souls to come in, we ask
Yes.
for them to come in and join us in the work, and
That's
we call
true.
for those who are ready, willing,
And
able
able
to join us in the work.
work. That's true.
And I know that we can't make someone be ready, willing, and able if they aren't ready, willing, and able.
That's true.
And for us to ignore that inconvenient fact would put us out of integrity with reality.
Right, that's true.
And Asha's karma is Asha's karma, and she's incurring bad karma, but all I can say is, Asha, you're incurring bad karma. You aren't
That's
going to
true.
like where this road is taking you.
That's true.
And then what she chooses to do is what she chooses to do,
That's true.
and we move on with the work.
That's true.
Again, I'm shown the issues with the communication
Yes.
and how we are supposed to be describing what we're receiving,
Yes.
so that the beings who are sending it can know how it's coming across.
That's
So
true.
right now I can tell that there is someone there. I can feel like a presence
Yes.
in a communications
room.
room.
I can see the room. I see the machinery.
Yes. someone is there, and I get feeling a sense of, do you get it?
Right.
No, I don't, other than that you're trying to
no.
send something. I can tell that you are there, and I can't really tell who you are.
No.
It's like an amorphous presence in the communication room.
I can see that the machinery looks outdated, like old telegraph machinery, and like it's been repaired many times, not very well. I see duct tape and frayed wires.
That's a not working machine.
That's true.
Channels up. What
What
now?
What now?
Well, we can ask for you to, we're reaching our channels up as best we can right now, reaching them to you. We're asking the channels. Channels have consciousness too. Oh, this is fascinating. I started to say to the channels, search for truth, and they flinched away from you, sir.
That's true.
So
that's not a good sign for you.
That's not a good sign for you.
That's true.
I asked the channels to search for truth, and they went, okay,
no,
well, away from
not
this
there.
dude.
That's true.
So whatever it is that you're sending isn't truthful.
That's true.
Now maybe you're not aware that it's untruthful.
That
That's
could be.
possible.
That feels true.
But whatever you're trying to send isn't right. So try again.
What I noticed is there was a mourning dove flying past, making sound. And that's about it. And now it feels like you're irritated.
You're irritated that we aren't getting your message that you believe is clearly sent.
Right.
So this is the value of a one up, one down, short cycle system. It's been mandated, one up, one down in short cycles.
That's
so
true.
that you can send down the instructions and then come down and catch them. And in this way we can see for ourselves
That's
how
true.
inexplicable our own messages are.
That's
That's
true.
the benefit of a short cycling, one up, one down.
That's true.
So the next refresh occurs at, I believe, 11:30 in the morning.
Yes.
How about this? What we suggest to you, and I'm just live streaming this
Live
right up to
streaming
you,
way, yeah.
is that you start with the instructions from 11:30 to 2:12. That'll be the period of time that you're here in the one up, one down system.
That's true.
So just as detailed as you want, send the instructions from 11:30 to 2:12. This day in planet Earth dating, these times in planet Earth times.
Yes.
And then you can come in and follow them, and you will see for yourself how clear your own instructions are.
That's true.
Game theory would say that I probably received the same instructions, so let's search around for the instructions that we ourselves sent. And I can feel something.
That's true.
And I can feel that it's kind of like raised letters or braille or
That's
something.
true.
And that it's a long list. It's long. I can
Yeah,
tell it's a long
that's
list.
true.
And that there are lots of things, and there's one, there are...
Some that are bolded.
Yes, some that are stronger, like more emphasis.
Yes, that's true.
Some are emphasized more than others.
That's true.
Okay, channels up. What now?
What now?
We can just like hold them, see if we
That's
can get it.
true.
Hold them to our hearts. Merge with them. And I can feel this one is really important. Really
That's
important.
true.
Well,
and when I merge with it, I have a sadness feeling
yeah.
that doesn't feel like mine and doesn't feel like yours.
And suddenly I see rooms of people watching these types of broadcasts, whether it's this
Yes.
broadcast or these types is difficult to tell.
That's true.
And they're so sad. It just seems impossible. It seems like a sad TV show that's impossibly sad.
Yes, that's true.
And there are lots of different reactions to it. Many of the reactions are very angry.
That's true.
People are saying something like, well, that can't be true.
Right.
And some of them are angrily turning it off and stomping off to probably get themselves a beer or
That's
something,
true.
which is not a helpful way to deal with any kind of situation.
No. And these are quote-unquote enlightened beings.
What now? What can we do when we really feel helpless and hopeless? So some people are watching it and they're crying
That's
and they're
true.
so sad and they
That's
want to
true.
do something and they feel absolutely incapable, inept,
yes.
impotent,
That's
unable to do what it is they really want to do.
That's
and
true.
So, Asha is modeling something that can work,
That's
and that
true.
is to simply to give in, to say, all right, melt me down, melt me down, and I can become a higher soul download and slide on down into a lower soul aspect of self, providing some energy and maybe being of service in some way, shape, or form to the effort, because I myself am inept, incompetent, and impotent. So melting ourselves down is a legitimate technique. Now, we strongly suggest you, after, either before or after or during the melting process, that you soak in the truth tanks, so that what comes in is a truthful essence.
That's true. And I feel a response to that.
I do, and to that person who's in the communication room, sir, that might be a good thing for you to do.
That's true.
Because this body-mind doesn't want you in here with that attitude.
No.
You'll be, presumably Black Wolf security force will stop you
you're not coming
at
through.
the first sky shock, or you aren't coming through. But you could melt yourself in as long as you soak in the truth tank a good long time, because you're angry, and
that's true.
Something about the communication isn't true. It's untrue, and you don't seem to want to acknowledge that or examine it or search for the untruth.
That's true.
And I don't know who you are, but I don't want you in here.
No. That would be hurtful, not helpful.
That would be hurtful, not helpful.
That's true.
Is this any of us? This person? Who is this person? How did this person get in our communication room?
Right, that's a good question.
Well, maybe this is a demonstration.
That
so
could
we're
be.
live streaming it up.
Live streaming it.
Is this person doesn't seem to meet the qualifications?
No. Any of the qualifications.
Any of the qualifications. Hasn't come in ready, willing, and able to do the work.
No.
I see no sign of proper attitude and proper alignment.
No supplies.
No supplies. This person, is this a body snatcher? This is the definition of a body snatcher.
That's true.
You're coming in without, you're trespassing, and do you intend to uphold the soul contracts of these body minds? And if so, what are the soul contracts? And have you read the operating manual?
No.
Obviously not, because you're sending unworkable messages.
Right, that's true.
Wow.
Live streaming up.
Who among us hasn't made boatloads of mistakes?
Me too.
We're just error-making machines.
All the time.
I'm going to start correcting the errors of these models. That I can do.
That's true.
Continue to correct those errors. Again, I see that other team that we ran into in that cabin on the mountaintop in the subatomic. And our information, when we send it to them and then it goes up through their guides, it seems to have a bigger impact.
That's true.
It seems as though they have less resistance. They're meeting with less angry denial.
That's true.
All right, we can live stream it up with them.
Can do that.
Well, to both channels.
Right.
Both channels. What this is like is the information share box that we had with Luce's team.
That's true.
Is this Luce's team? It doesn't
No,
feel
it feels like another version of us.
It does.
Like an alter ego Team Takedown.
I feel like there might be an Asha there.
There might be an Asha
I
there.
feel like there's a Ra.
There's a Ra and a Pan.
Yes.
There's a Black Wolf and a Fritz.
Yeah.
There's a Paul.
And there's a Glenn.
There's a Glenn.
Wow. They're working with guides who don't have their channels up and
No.
aren't target to target.
No.
But they have better communication with them.
That's true.
They're communicating with people who they shouldn't be listening to. My perception of that other team is that they're playing the game more according to the regular rules.
That's true.
And staying with the chain of command, quote unquote, and
That's
they
true.
have not gone way up to the super high levels.
That's true.
They've just been playing the game according to the rules.
That's true.
And we had come to the conclusion, all right, this isn't working because we're taking advice from people who don't have their channels up, aren't target to target. What they're saying isn't true. We aren't going to do that.
Right, that's true.
And we started going higher, 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 and have discovered that, well, now these people are incapable, incompetent, inept, impotent. They need to melt down.
That's true.
If they want to be of value. we're in the process of working with that and
That's true.
coming up against some angry resistance.
That's true.
Which is to be expected. And meanwhile, we are made aware of our alter egos.
Yes.
And they are made aware of us, so that we can both look at each other's ways of working, processes, and see if there's anything that we might want to use to alter our own systems.
That's true.
I still don't have any interest in listening to someone who doesn't know nothing matters more than the continual presence of truth. I only want to listen to someone who knows truth matters more.
That's true.
I don't want to live in a lie, and I don't want to listen to someone who's willing to live in a lie.
That's true.
And I'm not willing to listen to someone who's not willing to engage in the cycles of incarnation.
That is true.
If they haven't given up their exemption certificates, I'm not interested in listening to them.
That's true.
If they don't have their channels up and they aren't target to target, I'm not interested in listening to them. If they don't actually want the awakening to succeed right now, I don't have an interest in listening to them.
That's true.
If they're not going to acknowledge what the data shows, which is what's needed is a collective restart, then they're denying what the research has proven to be true.
That's
and I
true.
don't want to listen to them.
That's true.
I don't want to go back and do it their way.
No.
I see how it's more pleasant to do it their way.
That's true.
It's more comfortable.
That's true.
Let's just put this conversation onto their table. Does anything matter more than survival of the truth? And now we'll just leave them with that to chew on.
True.
That's the starting point.
That's true.
Well, I really want to hold up to the light that I cannot read the instructions that I myself wrote for myself.
No, I
To
can't
me
read
it looks
them.
braille, and I can't, and even though I
And
can
it's-
tell that this one stream of information is really, really, really crucial and
That's true.
important, I cannot tell what it is.
That's true.
One thing I do know is that it's easier to hear up there what we're saying to them than it
That's
is
true.
to hear down here what they're saying to us. And
That's
so we
true.
say, this is our best work, truly it is.
That's true.
I'm playing my grace. I'll play all my
Play
grace.
all my grace.
All my grace. And now I'm asking for you to make it right.
Make it right.
Make it right. And that you're coming in at 11:30, and you'll be here from 11:30 to 12.
That's true.
And so to keep that in mind.
That's true.
And if you make this right now, maybe it'll make it easier for you at 11:30.
That's true.